few weeks ago, I had the chance to experience the world of Bioshock Infinite for the first time. And oh my, what a game. What is up here with the internet is your boy RNC, come back again with another video. And today, we will be reviewing Bioshock Infinite in 2020.
Now won't you listen, dearie, while I say, how can you tell me that you're going away?
Before we go any further, I will say this is going to be a spoiler-free review. No sneaky infos, no cheeky beaky spoilers. So don't worry if you somehow, like me, have never played the game, even though it was released in 2013, you are safe here. We'll be breaking this down into the graphics and sounds, performance, and then the actual experience, the game itself, and how it plays. Let's get right into it. The graphics and sound. It holds up really well. The fact that the game came out in 2013 and looks this beautiful in 2020 amazes me. Of course, that helps with it, the stylized appearance it has, but the textures are clean and just the way everything's been modeled just works so well. Though I will say there were a few moments with some interesting fruit and vegetables early on in the game that looked a little sus. Yes, look at those high quality peppers and melons and potatoes. The world draws you in, without a doubt. The whole time I was curious, I was intrigued, I wanted to know more and experience the game, and Bioshock gave me the world to do that. It made me want to keep playing, and the 13-hour campaign went like a blast. Along with this, in terms of other graphics, there was stuff like the vigor animations. When you get a new vigor, there's like just this huge animation would happen, and then even during the gameplay, it's just the little things like these little animations here and there, and just the world was alive and it felt real in some twisted way. For performance, overall it was good. It ran well. I was getting a solid 144 plus FPS the whole time. Apart from when we were loading into new areas, it would have these weird stutters and dips, and then a few moments, it would dip below 144. But for the most part, it held up pretty well. I guess that is just technology. Back then, couldn't really handle loading new areas as well. So that was a bit awkward. Along with that, the ADS sensitivity was very strange. I play on very low sensitivity, so that may have been why. But when I was ADSing, it was just some weird sluggish thing. There was also a bit of aim assist on mouse and keyboard, which I know the game was designed for console, but that felt very, very off and very janky and like threw me off a few times. But luckily the game you can play as a hip-fire game for the most part, so it didn't really get in the way. But in terms of the graphics, there was an FOV slider. You could play borderless, you could play full screen, change resolution, change all the settings, and yeah, it holds up. It holds up surprisingly well, all things considered, because I know many other games, definitely not throwing Call of Duty under the bus, but the PC ports from around that time were awful. Games after Call of Duty World at War, Black Ops 1, just about there, but after that, there was some shaky ports, very rough experiences with 90 FPS caps, low FOV, etc, etc. So, performance holds up, the graphics and sounds holds up. Now the actual experience, the story, the meat. Oh my. Boy, oh boy, what a story. Even though there have been these huge mindfuck games and these amazing stories for RPG games that are created recently, I loved the story. It kept me hooked the whole way through, and surprisingly, I had no clue what was going to happen next. Like, you had an idea of what was going on, but when it happens, you're all of a sudden like, hold up a second. They just did this? They just threw this spanner in the works? And the ending? Holy shit. Along with it looking beautiful, it's a total mindfuck. I was not expecting the ending at all. And all I will say is if you haven't played the game yet, you're in for one. You're in for one. It is something else. It is so good. The gunplay felt so satisfying, mixing shooting, changing weapons, grappling, hooking, grapple hooking. The thing where you jump on the airway, skyway, I can't remember what it's called. All felt amazing. Mixing that in with some vigors, so much fun. Also, just exploring the world. Early on, you go through this carnival was so fun. Like there were little side games and mini games and people having interesting conversations. And then the barbershop quartet. Like the world is alive, as I was saying earlier, and it just it really does pull you in, and I had a blast. The only thing I will say about the gunplay is later on it does become very bullet spongy, and along with that there was a very distinct lack of ammo in some sections. I was playing the game on hard, so it may be different on if you're playing on normal or easy, but there were moments, especially during boss fights, where I was just standing by these vending machines just buying heals, buying ammo, buying vigor, or salt to use my vigors. And I just felt it took a bit of the fun out of it. It was like, although I thought the boss fights were, and these heavier specialist units were interesting to play against, they felt kind of cheap at times. But it was just buy ammo, spam, stay alive, buy ammo, spam, stay alive, buy health, buy salt, spam, stay alive. And that was the only thing that I really drew me out of the experience, you know what I mean? It kind of made it a bit unenjoyable. Though I do have to say, I think a few of the boss fights may have been on my end because I hadn't picked up a few of the like boss mechanics that you needed to use and abuse to make it a bit quicker. Either way, it hinges here and there. But yeah, for a game that came out in 2013, Bioshock Infinite blew me away. It was a great game. The story, voice acting was beautiful, and the whole world was so interesting. So I probably give it a solid 8 or 9 out of 10. Like, I don't know if that's because I can't say, oh yeah, it's rose tinted glass or nostalgia, because I never played it before. It was impressive. It was a very impressive feat that they achieved. So yeah, if you haven't already, I would highly recommend picking it up. I'm pretty sure you can get it for something like a $5 at the moment, so would recommend. With that being said, guys, that is the end of the video. Join me next time where we will be reviewing Bioshock Infinite's DLC, Burial at Sea. Until then, peace out, toodaloo, and goodbye.